We're now going to look at the mini AED trainer. Now this is, as the name suggests, a very small AED trainer. Now it's not designed to look like any trainer on the market. So what we'd recommend with this is to maybe when you're training, have one full-size proper AED trainer which would replicate a brand, and then have this for the others, because the rules are that you have one AED trainer or pad placer per 4 students. So if you get yourself one proper AED trainer, then you can show students what an AED actually looks like, and then have 2 of these, so you can then when they're practicing, they can practice on a smaller unit. Now the unit itself is this size. It is small. It's just designed to do a job of training people, and the key thing with this is just having the basic idea of following prompts. It has no scenarios and all that type of thing. You need to save that for your proper unit, but it does give people the basic instruction on how to actually use the trainer. It comes with the trainer itself, batteries to go inside, the leads and the pads and instructions. If you want to, you can also buy pediatric pads as extras. It doesn't come with the pediatric pads, you have to buy those separately. Pads are reusable. They will last quite many times to use, but eventually they are going to wear out. But you can usually clean them with a damp cloth just over the surface. They're designed to be stuck on and cleaned off because it will get a bit dirty, but ultimately you can just need to buy those later on. So when you're using this unit, you first put batteries in the back, just undo the 2 screws at the top, pop the batteries inside it, and then once you've done that, hook the pads up. And the key thing of it is you'll turn the unit on using the on button here. It activates so you get the students to put the pads on first. They put the pads on. When the pads are on, they then plug the pad lead in. When they plug the pad lead in, the unit will know the pads are detected, so it will switch to the next scenario. It will go through and it will look for a shock for the first time. So students will have to push the button, and it will tell you push when indicated. You push the button, gives the shock, and then they'll continue their CPR for 2 minutes. Now, it doesn't have a metronome with it or anything like that. But 2 minutes later, it will say analysing heartbeat, and then that's the scenario done. With the unit itself, it is basic, but the key thing is when you're training, we're looking at training not only on the basics of using it, but the key, most important thing is putting the pads on in the right place. So by using this, that you as the instructor can make sure that the student puts the pads exactly in the right place, plugs the unit in, runs through the cycle. Mixing this with a full-size trainer gives you your students an ideal way of training, and it keeps the cost down. So you spend one, which is the more expensive main trainer, and with that you can do different scenarios. This one just does the more basic stuff.